I missed it too. Look out!
I was going for the pounce. Aron Stevens had it scouted. Oh, that shot! Wait a minute. How could his hand be broken and he can still throw a punch?
I didn't see anything. Whoa! Hey!
Oh,
Kratos just assaulted Aron Stevens.
Good. He's getting what he deserves. He's getting what he deserves.
That's assault. Aron is not. He is a licensed manager. He is no longer a professional wrestler. He can't do this. That's assault.
He's getting the whooping that he deserves, and Kevin Keenan's got to throw this match out. Kyle, what's the official word?
The referee has deemed this match a double disqualification.
After everything I've done for you, wait a minute, no! What the You in here for him, huh? For Aron? You want this, huh? You want a piece of this? For Aron?
For the belts, yeah. Not for Aron.
Yeah. Where your boys at now, Aron? Get the chair! Get up! Another one! Get up, punk! Get up, Kratos! Get up, Kratos! Get up, Kratos! Not so big now. Not so big now, boy. Get up, baby. Come on. We got it. We're done. We're done here. Come on.
Deep arm bar. She's at the center of the ring. She's got nowhere to go. She's going to have to tap. She's going to give it up. That is a deep. That's it. That's it. She can't handle it. It's too much.
The winner of this match, Tiffany.
I already snapped your arm and made you tap out, Ruthie J. Your 5 stars mean nothing to La Princesa. Ruthie J, the empowered, any female on the roster. La Princesa is one of a kind. Why? Because what it takes others to do in years, I conquer in a day. See, I don't care if you're faster than me. I don't care if you're stronger than me. I do not care if you're bigger than me. The only thing I care, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, is being number 1. So Ruthie J, you may be 5 stars, but La Princesa Tiffany Nieves is the best at everything. Get it? Got it? Bueno.
Hey. Are you watching it in the background? Is that what that was? What was that? I heard the music. Anyway. Whatever. What's up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne, and this is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. Hello, co-hosts, and hello, chat. It's so good to see you all again on a Monday.
Mondays are the best day of the week. We get a lot of work done. We're playing catch-up. And then I like ketchup on French fries and burgers. So that's another reason why I like it. But that's literally, we get to be here today together, hanging out with all you beautiful people on there. I'm assuming you're beautiful people. I don't know. Maybe little icons lie to me. Who knows? You know, you're on the internet. You do what you're going to do.
And this jacket, great.
Jacket,
it's an unseasonably cold day in Texas.
Nashville,
the clouds are out. It might rain. So I've got the perfect jacket that I believe you can pick up at the shop, right, Danny?
Dan. Yeah, it's absolutely right. And the couple sizes are pretty low, so if you don't grab them now, it's over for you.
Oh, that guy. Look at him.
He wears it better. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know.
I'm told he's making so much money that knowing that people that make a lot of money don't spend money, he probably didn't even have to spend money on that.
Nope. Probably not.
He did.
Oh, good. Good.
He did.
That means Carson's not doing as well as I thought he was. That makes me feel better about myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Danny Dealz is doing his job. Thanks.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Before running to commentary duty, I had to show one of the merch people how to use the iPad to make a transaction. And of course, Carson Drake came up and said, I want one of those jackets. I said, well, here we go. Hands-on tutorial. You know,
this morning, speaking of unseasonably kind of cold weather for areas, I live in Central Florida. It was a little breezy this morning. We did have rain. You know what I threw on? I threw on some of those power little joggers right there.
One of those joggers that Garrison had up on the
kept my legs warm. Kept my legs warm while I was walking Kahlua. So
still got a handful of those left. Small might be out. I know there's
Kahlua is a dog, by the way.
Yeah, Kahlua is a dog who is.
He wasn't just drinking and walking in the morning.
I think large is gone. I still got a couple of these tracksuits left too. They're pretty low in a few sizes. Might be like 1 or 2 mediums, maybe 3 larges left.
What about the lunch boxes?
Oh yeah, lunch boxes, Daddy. Of course, yeah. Lunch boxes are nice. Moved a few of those. I actually got one sitting right over there. But you showed it on the screen.
Lunch boxes could be used as a weapon as well, or if you have a very small weapon in its own, you could use it as a safe for that. If you put a little lockbox on it,
or lunch, you could put your lunch.
Yeah, that too. That too.
You know, it's possible.
Good. Got those programs you see on the left. Of course, Kyle's in there. So if you see Kyle, you got to make him sign it for you.
Yeah. So no matter what you're packing, that lunchbox could work for you. See what I did there? Yeah.
Got the signed poster up. I actually have some signed Robarts posters I found, so I gotta add those. I'll probably add them tomorrow.
You know, there is always deals to be found, including things to be found in reality in the warehouse. Who knows what you could get in there one day?
Yeah. Look at these t-shirts. What about these? Now, this one on the my right anyway, the Tiffany Nieves tee has been flying. I'm not even exaggerating. It has been flying out of the warehouse.
Literally flying.
I was supposed to bring some to the Squared Circle Expo. We'll get to that later. But hopefully I have enough to bring there. And she's on the show today.
You know, for a moment, I thought that the back of the Mecha Wolf shirt said, get it, got it, bueno. And I was like, wait a second. My brain.
It's a combo tee.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do, Deals. We got to do combo tees.
Yeah, combo tee.
2 tees.
That's right. You never know. You know, you
never know.
Hey, stupid ideas have happened.
They all pose together. Look at that. All the Puerto Rican NWA talent. Look at that.
Homicide, of
they're
course.
Buddies. Maybe they'd be okay with a combo tee.
Yeah. Maybe.
They're getting along there. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That just reminded me. I remembered when Homicide, I filmed the thing with him trying to teach Eddie Kingston sign language.
But that was exciting.
It was.
Well, as much as I love you guys, we got a little bit of a late start. I know the chat's used to that. But anyway, we do have a guest waiting. And
let's do it.
Yeah, we should do it.
Let's get it. Got it. Bueno.
Let's face it, all these people in the chat are really here to see La Princesa.
Not pointing at the right thing. Hold on. She's moving around on my screen. What is happening here? She brought a crown, ladies and gentlemen. La Princesa, not messing around, bringing the tiara, crown. I'm trying to think. Diamonds? What's in it? Diamonds?
Don't downsize. It's a crown.
I'm not. Diamonds and sapphires. How's that?
Oh my goodness! Can I get a better intro? You made me wait this long.
Yeah, Gary.
For that?
From the top, Gary.
Gary's got this.
Kyle do it.
Gary's got
this. Kyle, or let's go, Gary.
All right. can I introduce, please, the one, the only, the future world women's champion, at least if you ask her, and the hottest rising star in the National Wrestling Alliance, La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves.
Wearing her own merch, ladies and gentlemen. Buy it. Perhaps what she get could be what she wore.
It's not if you only ask me, it's if you ask the people. If you watched my opportunity at a championship match against Kenzie Page, I was this close to winning. Okay? If she did not use the hairspray, which is illegal, who do you think would be champion right now today?
It's a great point. It's a great point.
That's where I wanted to
as champion today. So I deserve a rematch. If you're listening, I deserve a rematch.
I think I missed that match. I don't remember.
Of course you're sitting right there calling it with me, Danny.
Today's date you missed.
He didn't miss it.
You can download the CW app if you don't have it already. It's free.
Hey!
Deals.
There was so much hairspray used to blind you that it wafted over and blinded Dealz as well. That's all.
That could have happened, and I didn't see it.
Look at me, making saves for his ignorance.
That's right.
Did not everyone get the memo to wear the Get It, Got It Bueno shirt? Because, I mean, look at it. It fits you perfectly.
Look at it. And if we have any left, we're going to bring them. Me and Tiffany will be at the Squared Circle Expo. Not this weekend, the weekend after in Indianapolis. So we have any left, we're going to bring. We also got some other cool stuff we're going to bring. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be all kinds of people there. We're going to be there, and that's why they're all coming. All right. I know that's an old photo, but, you know, my photo was old too. My photo was old too. But he sent me the graphics, and she said, that's an old photo. I said, I know, mine too. Mine's like, it's like a 2-year-old photo. But it's okay. It's okay. You want the updated photo? You want the
photos, whatever.
You come. That's all right, Dealz. We know you had a neck injury for over 2 years, so it's quite all right.
The good thing is I still look identical to that photo, so, you know, Boricua blood, it's just fabulous. Like
some might say you've only gotten better. So it's just, yeah, it's and
it's
it definitely
hard when you're already the best at everything, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we covered the Kenzie Page situation. That's one thing I wanted to ask you about for sure. But
we've covered the confidence that you were not lacking either. We've got that down.
Yeah, but there's a match tomorrow, is there not?
There is.
There is a match tomorrow night. Tiffany, we played it up top, what the cold open will look like on tomorrow's episode. Setting up this match, you're taking on Ruthie J. This is not your first dance with Ruthie. You guys have a little rivalry going on, it seems like now.
We do, and the difference is Kenzie Page beat her clean. So, back to what is the main focus is, Dealz, if you didn't catch it, I ended Ruthie J with the Bueno snap.
Oh, I saw that. I called the match.
I nearly snapped her arm. She tapped out. Because the thing about Ruthie J, 5 stars, is she's only 5 stars out of 10. La Princesa is the best out of everything. Therefore, I will not be surprised when tomorrow I put her in my royal seat. The same royal seat I nearly could have had Kenzie Page if she just didn't cheat. The difference is between me and Ruthie J, Kenzie Page, the champion, had to cheat to beat me. Ruthie J, she beat clean. And that's exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow to Ruthie J. She needs to get out of my way and allow me to have my rematch with Kenzie Page, the champion, not Ruthie J.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this is an educational program because this entire time hearing 5-star athlete, I thought top of the game here, but now you've let us all know 5 out of 10. That's like a 2.5-star athlete out of a 5.
5 out of 10. I mean, who goes around advertising they're only 5 stars out of 10? Ruthie J. And I really feel bad for her. I really do. But I can't spend my time feeling bad for her. I have bigger fish to fry. I mean, you could agree, right? I mean, I think we got a grill master here. He's focusing on his burgers, you know.
This grill is at 505 degrees, not nearly as hot as La Princesa. 100%.
I know, thank you. So I guess I'm saying frying, grilling doesn't make a difference, you know. I'm kind of as hot as that. I need to be on what's most important. The biggest meat in the business is that championship. Oh, I guess I hope someone doesn't take that clip and say anything. But the point is, La Princesa's hungry, and she's hungry most for that title.
I like this. So, but
I just have to make sure. Hungry for that. Would you eat one of those, or I'm always curious about people's eating habits. You are an athlete. You look fantastic. You can't be eating all the horrible things we are, right?
I eat horrible things all the time. The difference is my body. I am trying to explain to everyone without having to repeat myself. I am the best at everything.
Yeah.
So what it takes others months, years to do, I can accomplish in a day.
Just better.
You may need
She's
to work
better
out,
than you,
unfortunately, for months to look the way you look. I can do it in 10 minutes and just, it's out of my system.
It's natural.
Tiffany is the best at everything. Wrestling.
I'm naturally gifted.
She
I'm
sees
naturally
better.
talented.
She's got
eating competition possible.
I mean, look at this title. Listen,
The
this
Mission
title,
Pro.
I've had the opportunity. Well, the title's had the opportunity with me as well. But every title I get, I defend it everywhere. I take it with me. I make titles international. And that's what I plan to do when I get my hands on the NWA Championship.
This next Mission Pro show, I saw the King Bees are going to be defending the World Women's Tag Team titles on it. And I'm sure that you'll be there as well, putting your title on the line there. So that's exciting. I like this relationship with Mission Pro. And you're all over the place. You OVW, you're in Exodus Pro. La Princesa is worldwide. So you can catch her all over the place. I like this.
I'm most excited for tomorrow to show everyone I'm not just all talk. I put my money where my mouth is. So everyone tune in to watch me put Ruthie J in jeopardy. Watch me make her tap out again. Watch me show the world why I am so serious and I deserve to be the future NWA Women's Champion. And I can't wait to return to Florida April, I believe it's 12th and 13th. I cannot continue to show everyone why La Princesa is the best at everything. Get it? You got it? Bueno.
Just like the
Unstoppable. Unstoppable. That's marketing right there.
She's a marketer. She's a champion in the making. She's everything in pro wrestling. She's you are 10 stars. Look at that. That's just fantastic. All right.
I'm so happy to be a part of the NWA. I feel like I finally belong.
Who knew Ruthie J was only 50%? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
She knows now, and she'll know tomorrow. Don't you worry.
Whoa.
Wow.
All right. You guys have anything else for La Princesa Tiffany Nieves? She's graced us with her time, but she's a very busy lady.
We got any questions in the chat for this young lady right here? Star already, future bigger star. Ask her before she engulfs the entire universe. What do we got?
Okay, we'll take this one because most of these are just love for La Princesa.
I deserve to hear those too, don't you think?
I've flashed them up on the screen. How about this one? So Axel has a good question. Can Tiffany beat Max for the NWA Women's World Television Championship?
You'll have to see. I know that I can beat anyone that gets in my way of what I want. And I'll do anything to do so. I'll bite Max and Taylor's arm. I'll do anything. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Joe almost caused a...
I almost lost an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I'm hungry too, but in a different way.
Definitely.
Not for competition.
I'd like to know. Please explain.
Look, this is 80-20 ground beef. I like to cut in a little bit of veal. I grind my own meat. So just to add some gaminess to it.
Okay.
I tell you what, next time when we're in Florida, I'm making you the best cheeseburger you ever had.
Say less. I can't wait.
Cosmic Joe wants to know what you want on your burger, Tiffany.
What I want on my burger. Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Are you really going to do this? Okay.
Yeah.
So on my burger, I like bacon. I like a lot of cheese. I like a little bit of chipotle sauce, chipotle aioli, and I'm a little fancy with it. I like a sautéed mushroom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're making this happen.
That's how I like to eat my burgers.
You're beautiful, Tiffany.
I know.
Is he going to make you a burger just the way you want it right now? Is that what happening?
Not right now, but when we get to Florida.
I want everyone to know, if you can't make it to the show in Florida, that's fine. I expect you still to show up and show out for La Princesa by ordering my shirt and posting that you're home and you cannot wait to watch it live when it does come out. Okay, I want everyone to look their best, especially when you're a La Princesa fan.
Hiban had a serious question there.
In-N-Out or Whataburger?
Both. I don't care. Burger's a burger.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's a very democratic.
Whataburger. Whataburger. That's the answer.
Well, the real answer is, are you paying or am I paying? Because when you pay, anything tastes better.
Big
That's
Buford.
true.
Look at Willie with the big Buford. Old rallies. It's Whataburger.
Tiffany came here to talk about whipping Ruthie J, and you guys are bringing.
Well, she's going to work up an appetite beating the hell out of her.
We don't care about talking about 5 out of 10 stars, but a burger is always 10 out of 10. Can you blame us?
Well, Gary, you did say go to the chat, and people were asking what you wanted in their hamburger. I mean, we're just
That's true, and I had to give Hiban the credit. He made the beautiful graphics that we see here.
Yeah, you gotta look out for Crisito. He made this graphic right here.
Yeah, so
Let's
that's
just all
Hiban
agree,
Huerta in the chat.
May the best woman win tomorrow.
You're talking about you then.
You see what I did there? You see what I did there?
I did. Got some island heat. Yeah, all right. All right.
I'm so sorry. Someone in the chat said they almost.
I appreciate it.
Someone in the chat said they almost died in a Whataburger, and I have to be honest with you. I have so many questions, and I have a feeling that if you were in the Whataburger, if La Princesa was there, you never would have almost died. You never would have been in a position to have almost died.
Not even.
She would have made sure nothing bad happened.
Not been the right establishment. It was probably a U-burger.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's Jack in a Box stuff.
Tiffany's the best at saving lives too. So that's
as long as they don't get in my way.
There you go.
There's a slight, there's alteration to that.
Yeah. All right. Well, Tiffany, thank you for taking the time out with us. We appreciate you. You are great, and it is so good to see you again. Can't wait to see you in Tampa and tomorrow night on NWA Power on the CW every Tuesday.
Okay. Everybody with me. If not, I'll be very upset. I'm going to say get it, got it. And I need everyone to snap before I leave saying bueno. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Ready.
Don't forget, Gary, March 29th and the 30th, Steel Machine, Tiffany, Indianapolis.
We will be.
Yeah,
and I will be with Dealz, and he'll be watching my match with me.
That's correct.
On the CW app. And we're going to review.
Are they going to be disappointed if she doesn't have that
champion.
gear? Because she's got like flashier gear now, I feel.
Oh, I've got that.
They'll be excited.
Don't you worry.
They'll be excited. And we got
All
a really
right.
cool,
Surprise.
we got a really
Let's do
cool
it.
poster that we're gonna have. We got all kinds of stuff.
She's trying to rev up. She's trying to rev up here. Everybody keeps talking.
I'm in the
Everyone's
zone.
going to tune in tomorrow, the CW app. Thank you so much for having me, but I've got better things to do. So get it?
Get it?
Got it?
Got it.
Bueno.
Oh, ole.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thanks for being here. Bye. All right. Well, there
So
was
skilled,
La
so
Princesa.
talented, all the options in the world at her fingertips. And here she is, taking the time to spend with us on a Monday night. How lucky are we?
We are so lucky. Tiffany is fantastic. I've got it on good authority. We may have more guests here in a little bit, but
What? Surprise
what?
guest.
You got to put some more burgers on the grill, Joe.
Oh, man.
One of those guys better not be moving to another country. That's all I'm going to say.
No, I
Especially
don't.
not one that's actively in a war.
Yes, I know. When I saw that, I was like, I don't think we're going to have a show there. Gary's like, I don't know what they're talking about. What is happening right now?
No clue. No clue.
Guys, Joe and I are like a married couple. We know exactly what the other one's talking about 9 times out of 10 without even really feeding into it. It's pretty sad. Because his actual wife is a lot nicer than me.
No, that's good.
Are we running Philly WrestleMania weekend?
We're
I don't
not.
remember what weekend. We're not.
We are not running Philly WrestleMania weekend. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Doesn't mean you won't.
Who knows what else? I mean, there's plenty of other days this year, but we are not running Philly WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you won't hear about the NWA on WrestleMania
It's a valid
weekend.
question.
We
There's
just
a lot
won't
of
be
people,
running there.
There's a lot of people who do shows during the WrestleMania weekend during the
I know.
So it's
I
a
know.
valid question. It's not a question.
I know.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. I get it.
It really is just a fun game I play called Who Pays Attention.
Like the perfect timing.
That was good timing, I know. I saw that and I was like, oh, oops.
But
know.
speaking of looking behind you there, you did while we're in the middle of things here. The looks that kill popped up there, so we could talk about that for just a second.
Whoa.
That is coming back to Dothan, December 14th, 2024.
Tickets are going fast, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are going fast. That show's all the way in December, but I mean they're selling out real quick. You got to make it to Dothan. It's crazy. It's weird. It's a vacation destination you never knew you needed to go to.
Unless you have a peanut allergy. If you have a peanut allergy, it's a dangerous location.
It is. That's a good point.
It is the home of the peanut. So, yeah, good luck. I wonder if, man, I don't know. I'm sure there's some people in Dothan with a peanut allergy, right? Like, there's
no.
They're just trying to overcome their fears. No, I think it probably wiped them out early.
Yeah, I like the Dothan crowd.
Oh, look at this. Here we go. I was choking on a burger, and while I was choking, someone stole money out of my pockets.
Jeez, where do you live? Because that sounds like a Philadelphia thing.
That does sound like
there's no Whataburger in Philadelphia.
I know. That's even, oh my God, what if they thought they were in a Whataburger, but it wasn't? It was all a con to try to kill them and take their money. Where a Whataburger is delicious. Yeah, sounds like a Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
Whataburger is a delicious burger. We got a fat burger here in Florida.
Oh,
I gotta go. I know. I gotta go give it a shot. Just had a plate. Delicious burger last weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Cow and cheese. Oh, smash burgers. Gonna find it.
It was in
Claremont,
Tampa,
Florida. Oh, it was in Tampa,
Florida.
Was it Whataburger in Tampa?
There used to be more Whataburgers throughout Florida, but it was kind of a failed thing. Currently, there's only like one or two in all of Florida, if I remember.
They actually have a Del Taco in Orlando randomly.
They do. It's right off of I Drive. Yeah. It is delicious.
Yeah.
Amazing French fries. Anything, you know what's missing in life, ladies and gentlemen, when you get tacos? French fries with those tacos. Del Taco, they got you covered. Crinkle cut, perfectly salted. Great. Delicious. And their shredded chicken, very good on there. But this isn't a fast food podcast. That's a different thing that one day Gary and I are going to talk about because I really want to get on his things because Gary's amazing at these potting. If you like movies, check out Cinema Shock. Putting it out there right now. Gets you through a great day. If you think Gary's too wholesome, ladies and gentlemen, this dude will be saying some things where you're like, is that the same Gary Horne I know?
I am unhinged on Cinema Shock. I apologize.
You do a Friday the 13th when you bring me on that son of a bitch.
Oh my God. You should have Dealz and I on Cinema Shock at some point in time. Not together. Okay. That'd be too much.
Well, fuck me.
Oh no, you'd be perfect for it. That actually was perfect.
I didn't know you went Friday the 13th that much, Joey G.
Joe doesn't watch movies. Come back, Joe. Come back.
What are you talking about?
I love.
So Noni
God
said,
bless Noni McCauley keeping us, trying to keep us in line here. Yeah, there was some great wrestling.
There was.
Week.
Did you see Pretty Empowered with their easy victory over Markova and the King Bees?
I wouldn't say it was easy, but we did see Pretty Empowered take on Markova and the King Bees, and they did come out on top. So props to them. That means they get a rematch, right? They're definitely they already challenged for the rematch. I think what was the deal there? It was like
the snippet doesn't matter because Pretty Empowered won, so it doesn't matter what the snippet.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay,
get him out.
Yeah.
Was there ever a doubt that Pretty Empowered was going to win that match? I didn't have any.
Well, definitely have to have a rematch now. I feel like because Ella did pin Charity, and I believe it's Charity who pinned Ella to win the tag team title. So
I'm still not positive that Ella was the legal person at the time of that pin, but it's fine.
You guys did argue about it. And Anthony Andrews getting the big win over Casey Kazana.
Oh, bubblegum.
So, yeah, the Kazana family can't be happy about that one.
No, and how about
I did see him at an independent show. Oh, I did see Anthony Andrews at an independent show this past Saturday or Sunday. And he got kneed in the face like an MFer, and it was really cathartic to watch. I was like, oh, he broke his nose. Ooh.
Yeah, but Papa Joe went crazy. He should be suspended.
Joe Kazana did go wild there at the end, attacking Anthony. So I can't wait to see how this all plays out with the Kazana family. And Brother AJ was nowhere around on this one, so there's still some unsettled business there.
We all know that Anthony Andrews is a cousin of them, which makes him Joe Kazana's nephew, right?
Yeah, but are you sure he's not one of Austin Idol's baby boys?
I mean, that could also be happening. That would explain why Austin Idol and Joe Kazana have such heat with one another. It's personal and in the blood. Who knows? maybe there's some kissing cousin things going on there. I don't know.
I don't know. If Papa Joe's in the chat, we're going to have to ask him.
Imagine if it turns out that Austin Idol stole the woman that Joe Kazana loved back in the day.
Well, guys, we haven't run down the NWA card completely yet, but there's a big
just the family tree
tomorrow night. There's a big main event. Oh, and there's Joe Kazana in the chat. Like he didn't deserve what he got. So we got a bunch of matches happening on NWA Power, but the main event of that is going to be Blake Bulletproof Troop taking on Brian Idol. You're going to see Chris Silvio and Natalia Markova in the corners there, so that's going to be interesting. But
Looks to kill versus the guy who kills Looks.
Whoa!
There you go.
Whoa!
So, speaking of,
burger is super powered right there.
We have a surprise guest.
Please don't let me Brian Idol.
Yes!
Yes! That's the one I was hoping for.
Look at there. All right. Well, Mr. Troop is here. He came on last second here, and we're happy to see him. You've got a big main event, sir. You've been on quite the streak since you and Jack Stain broke up, and you've been on your own.
You know, I took a big loss from Jack Stain that really put some heat on me to start really training my ass off. And I have championship aspirations here at the National Wrestling Alliance, and I'm continuing to put in the work, and I'm coming to scrap these dudes in this tournament for the USA heavyweight title. And you're going to see Brian Idol and I get it on tomorrow in the main event for NWA Power.
Whoa.
I have to be honest with you. A relaxed, comfortable-looking Bulletproof Troop is unnerving to me. I'm so used to seeing you intense, ring ready, that you kind of casual, I feel is even more dangerous. It's
I'm just as dangerous when I'm calm as when I'm intense. Especially after you see me do my warm up, start moving around, bobbing, sweating. And you see the monster come out a little bit in the eyes, but the monster's always there, Kyle.
The first time we ever met you, the first weekend you were in the NWA, we had the cameras set on the ring, and there was no lights on in the arena where we were whatsoever. It was just there for camera tests. And I looked over at a monitor in the back of the production truck, and I just saw you in like darkness doing like wrestling workouts and training and stretching and stuff. And I was like, come here. And we all gathered around the monitor, all the office guys, and we just watched, and we're like, this guy's pretty intense, isn't he? I don't want to mess with him. And that was our first experience, was we don't really know much about him. Then just seeing you from the outside looking in when you're like not even trying, not even thinking people are watching. I was like, you guys the real deal. I'm going to be very nice moving forward.
Yeah, I got that brought up to me. I had no idea that there were cameras on in it because the whole room was empty. I was in a room empty by itself. It's like you said, just a little bit of lighting on.
Yeah.
And I go through it. I do that warm-up whether I'm lifting weights, whether I'm doing professional wrestling, before a match, before a fight, before jiu-jitsu, before everything. I do the exact same warm-up to prepare my body to perform, to bring out to kind of put me in flow mode, and I say also kind of bring out the monster a little bit. So I do that all the time, and you guys got a sneak peek at that one. I had no idea anybody was watching, so like, it's there. It's always there.
You might have to be careful because, I sold Brian, I cut him a deal on a bootleg copy of UFC 40. So I know he's been training. Yeah, he's been watching. Yeah, he was watching Shamrock Ortiz, I don't know. He might have, he might have some new moves. He might have a surprise for you. I'm just saying.
He's definitely going to have to be careful, Danny Dealz, because these guns don't come with a safety, baby. Bang, bang.
And as I said earlier, if you were going to use like the lunchbox as a weapon locker, there's no way those guns would fit in that lunchbox either. So I guess that was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he better not bring a lunchbox, otherwise I'm going to eat his lunch too.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Arissa in the chat is saying, Troop, dump Silvio. You got this on your own. What?
Silvio's been doing a ton of great things and giving me some guidance. I'm the only person who gets inside of that ring, so I can only blame myself for how things go. Chris has done a great job guiding me so far. And until he guides me wrong in some type of way, I'm not going to forget who brought me to the dance. So I understand a lot of people don't like him, but Chris has been
he is a strategic genius. Yes, he is the ESQ.
It's very admirable.
That's true. I've been enjoying the Blake Bulletproof Troop MMA tips that you've been dropping on social media. Like, you'll be doing something. Granted, I still hope I never end up in the situation, but I am watching them and like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Look at what this guy's showing you here. How not to get trapped. And this is awesome. What brought that on?
I appreciate that. I've been trying to make more of those and build content for educational content that's simple and easy. Like like some of those tips. Like one's like a back control about which hand's on top. You know, because if you have the bottom hands on, the one that comes under the armpit versus over the top, if they grab this one that's over the top, it's on top, I can't choke the guy. But if it's switched, they grab my hands, well, I can slide the choke in. And little tips like that, and it's actually given me a lot of play. I was impressed at the amount of people that were interested in these. I posted 2 of them in a week, and I got like, between the 2 combined, almost 60,000 views and like 35,000 accounts.
Nice.
Which was awesome numbers for something that was just kind of thrown against the wall to see what would stick. And apparently that stuck. I have several more ready, locked, cocked, and ready to rock. And I'll be posting those relatively soon. I'm going to start trying to do at least 1 or 2 weekly videos, maybe add in some striking with my striking coach Rage. But we'll see.
In the chat here,
throw hand grenades of their own.
I remember watching a video.
That's good.
I remember Boss Rutan had a video about how to win in bar fights and stuff like that. Where he's like, you know, sometimes a guy talks to you, just unscrew the salt, bam, in his eye. Ba, 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 ba. I picture you doing that. And I want to answer somebody in the chat here that I just saw here. They said, is Troop a legit MMA fighter or is it a gimmick? Ladies and gentlemen, Troop literally is in fights all the time. And we're talking professional fights, not just for the hell of it. The man gets paid, as he said, to drop warheads on people's foreheads. Troop, how many years have you been in mixed martial arts?
I started competing professionally in July of 2014. I have 14 professional MMA fights. I've been training for over 20 years. I will get my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu this year from a guy named Higa Machado. Thank you. Who's cousins of the Gracies. It's taken me 20 years to get a black belt because I never cared what color the belt was, because if we're being real, the only colored belts that really matter in combat sports are gold. But so I'm going to get my black belt now that I work as an analyst on the Fubo Sports Network for Lights Out Extreme Fighting, which you can catch us coming live again April 6th on the Fubo Sports Network. And I've really been enjoying working as an analyst. I enjoy fighting people, but fighting people is a pretty tough gig. So we'll see about doing more of actual fighting inside a cage, because there's always that fire to compete. But 100% absolutely a legitimate mixed martial arts competitor. You look up here, you can see probably about 30-something gold medals. You know, you up there, you can see an arm that I ripped off and put on my wall. All of which are real, including the arm.
Formaldehyde. He had to preserve it.
Yeah, I told the guy I was taking home, putting on my trophy wall, and there it is.
No, I think it's one of those things where I think a lot of times people forget the individuals that are behind who they see in the ring. And Troop obviously has to curtail quite a bit of what he does in the MMA ring when he's in a professional wrestling ring, because different rules, different expectations. I mean, if we were ever to let you just be unleashed, I'm just happy I'm not the one that would be in the ring with you. But I gotta be. Here's one thing. You know all this stuff. You are a skilled veteran of MMA. And, you know, a lot of people would be like, how devastating could that be? I can tell you, Thrill Billy is not as skilled as you are. And I was screwing around one night in Australia with Thrill Billy, and within 10 seconds, he had me in multiple positions where I realized I can't stop a grown man from killing me if he wanted to with his bare hands. And that's just Thrill Billy. You have a lot more experience than him. That's frightening to me, to think that there's just people walking around where you're like, if I could take a punch, I'll be okay. And they're like, no, I won't punch you. I will just rip you apart with my bare hands.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
He's trained some jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
It's a very humbling experience the first time that you tangle up with somebody who really knows how to do anything in combat sports, but particularly grapple. Thrill Billy is a state champion wrestler and a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a big, strong dude. And you put those 3 things together, and he will make you feel like you are a helpless baby. So the first time I did Jiu-Jitsu, I trained, I'm 15 years old. You know, think I'm a little tough guy, freshman in high school, and I trained like a 110-pound girl named Cindy Omatsu in Los Angeles. And this before Jiu-Jitsu's big. Like, this is, like I said, early 2000s, like right around like UFC 40 or maybe even before that, like early, where Jiu-Jitsu wasn't as big as it was. And this little 110-pound Asian girl twisted me up, tied me into a pretzel, left me tapping like a typewriter, and I couldn't believe it. Like, but the thing is, that does 1 or 2 things to people. You either don't want to go back, or you're like, holy shit, teach me how you just did that. And you see a lot of, there's assholes everywhere in the world, but in these fight games, particularly jiu-jitsu, you're the nail a whole lot more times than you're the hammer. So, like, it can kind of help
Balance out your expectations.
Yeah, level you out.
It weeds out some of the jerks where, like, you get schooled a lot before you get good. But once you get good, then you can really start being the hammer. And it's fun to be the hammer, I'll tell you what.
Not only is Blake Bulletproof Troop skilled in MMA, and I don't want to start any heat here, but you're also skilled in style because your cut off sleeve look with your shirt and tie.
No,
that's going around.
You know, I've been doing that look now since the first time I used that look was actually in 2019 on television with David Marquez's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, which I used to commentate, which I've actually commentated probably 500 plus matches of professional wrestling, including 4 NWA title changes on pay-per-view, believe it or not. Most people don't know that. But so I've been rocking that for a long time, and we just recently saw somebody in New York try and steal my look.
How'd you feel about that? Seriously, because I can relate. Back in 2009, I was doing broadcasting for Ring of Honor, and I had rolled up sleeves, vest, loose tie that was all just very relaxed like that. And I remember our producer at the time said, the reason I want you to look like this because nobody in any other wrestling company would allow you to look like this. And then within a year, I had Matt Stryker on WWE TV. I had another dude in TNA, all Josh Matthews, all dressing the exact same way. And I remember being like, shit. All these people that get more exposure than me are now kind of doing the thing that I feel like was that. And he told me, don't be upset about it. Just be happy that somebody thought you were worth stealing from.
So that's initially I saw it and I was like, this MF, you know, like a slight offense because like, dude, it was clearly biting. And like, and not just my look, but Chris Silvio, my coach, ESQ of the NWA, and this guy's ESQ of the New York City.
Oh, he's a Melging of it. Yeah.
It's straight up, if me and Chris could have a baby, that would be him. And so how offended was I? Like slightly, especially if he's the bigger platform, like you said, a guy who gets more exposure. Yeah. So it's who's ripping off who if he did it on a bigger show first. But I just laughed kind of, and if anything, I was a bit flattered because I know my stuff's cool and I wouldn't be stealing it if it wasn't. And then lastly, it takes a certain kind of dude to rock a suit with no sleeves, and he just ain't that guy, Kyle.
I mean, I've seen the arms, not Jim. I wish one day.
There we go.
Yeah, no. Bad elbows, bad shoulders, bad neck. I don't know how any of you guys actually compete in this day and age because being 41 years old, I don't know. Look, I am an old broken man. So every time I see anybody who gets to go, I'm just like, man, it must be great to be able to go. And you, sir, you can go. And not the way that Pat Kenny would say,
so
can he go?
I have another thing that got stolen from me recently.
Ooh, tell me.
That I haven't been able to address as publicly as I'd like. This is kind of the first time.
Ooh.
So as y'all have heard, I say bang, bang all the time. It's almost as often as known for dropping warheads on people's foreheads. And I've also utilized that where I started saying bang, bang, bulletproof gang. Or when I was with Control Native, bang, bang, narrative gang. Or the Savages, bang, bang, Savages gang. Bang, bang, NWA gang. Bang, bang, whatever gang. And now there are 2 people in the Jacksonville show who they heard me say it at a show here in Florida and have stolen it. Yo, the Bang Bang Gang, Bang Bang Scissor Gang, these MFs heard me say it. Within 2 weeks of hearing me say it, went and trademarked it to use in wrestling. And now, like, people are like, yo, that's theirs. Like, no, that's mine. Bang Bang come up with their own shit gang. But again, I know my stuff's dope, and so I'm just kind of like, all right, here's video of me using it in 2020. So, like, you know, and, like, especially the timing. Date of the show, within 2 weeks gets trademarked, within 2 hours of the show. Those fucks.
It's fine.
Wow.
You know what?
Yeah. And this one, like, I don't think I'll bump into that other guy from New York. So I don't know if I'll ever have anything to say with him, but it's 2 brothers who stole it this time. And I'm almost like, want to talk to him and be like, listen, guys, that's my shit. And so if we need to figure this out, we can go 1-on-1. We can go 2-on-1. Shit, the guy who's trademarked under, we can go 3-on-1. At the end of it, all of them are going to need 911, baby. Bang, bang.
Wait, don't go throwing out any more catchphrases on this program that you haven't copyrighted. Learn from what's happened last time. You're quotable, baby. You're quotable.
Yeah, so I've actually been starting to protect stuff. I just submitted the trademark for the King of Combat Sports Entertainment, which I believe that I am. And so it was a lesson learned. And if they wanted, so when I talked to my trademark attorney about it, he's like, it could just come down to a money thing because you have prior use of it, but they filed first. You haven't created merch with it. They have, but you've been using this longer. And like, there's dated products that shows that I've been using it. So I have first of use. He's like, so it's going to become who wants to throw more money at it. So I'm going to see if they cease and I'm just going to keep saying it. They cease and desist me. I'm going to keep saying it and see if they really want to start throwing some money at it because I'm going to keep using it. I know they probably are. I'm not going to go hit them with the legal route because I'm not trying to throw a ton of money at it. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop using it. And in my opinion, if we really got to figure it out, guys, like I said, 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, y'all going to need 911.
Was there ever a point in your life where you thought you'd be having a conversation about something you'd throw out? Yeah, I was talking to my trademark attorney. If you weren't in professional wrestling or fighting, what do you think you'd be doing in life? What was the thing before you became this version of you that you thought you'd be at this day and age? I'm always curious about this.
Honestly, I'm going to plead the fifth on that because I'm going to plead the fifth.
I
definitely didn't think I'd be calling law enforcement type figures to come help me with things. I'll tell you that much.
You thought that people would be calling law enforcement type figures to be helping them with you. Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about, okay.
The fifth once again, Kyle.
Wow, Kyle.
And that is how he met Chris Silvio, ladies and gentlemen.
Kyle incrimination over here. My God.
That's not where I thought you were going to go with that, by the way. I thought you were going to go much more lurid, where you're like, I plead the fifth, but man, I could have made a lot of money doing that other stuff with what I'm good at.
Well, I did actually I've lived several lives, and there was a short period of time where I was working on the sports medicine team for Chivas USA of Major League Soccer. I graduated from Long Beach State. I am a certified athletic trainer, which is essentially a first responder in sports situations where we work specifically with a team where I've taped ankles, rehab, prehab, on-field evaluations, everything. Basically, like I said, a first responder with sports teams. I did 4 rotations during my time at Long Beach State, and then I got a job with Chivas USA in Major League Soccer. And this was actually a big turning point in my life because I get this job, and I'm sitting with a coach one day during lunch because we'd had catered lunch every day. The players would eat, and then all the auxiliary staff, so like athletic trainers, the equipment guys, coaches, some of the office people, we'd all eat. The players would eat, and then we'd eat, and like, you sit down where there's a seat. Like, we're in there later, so we just kind of stream in. And so I sat with a handful of coaches one day. And one of the coaches looked at me and was like, hey, so this is what you want to do with your life? And I'm like, yeah, well, I love athletic training and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And he's like, no, kid, like, this is what you want to do with your life. And I was like, well, yeah, I can see myself doing this for a long time and enjoying it and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, kid, I don't think you understand the question. You are either building your dream or helping somebody else build theirs. This is what you want to do for the rest of your life? And I sat there just like, holy shit, wheels spinning. He's just like, think about it, kid. And it just goes back to normal conversation table. And I'm like, holy shit. Is this what I want to do with my life? And I didn't sleep very well for a couple days, and it wasn't. I really wanted to fight professionally. And so I lost a lot of sleep over for a few days and finally decided I'm going to fucking go for it. I'm going to give myself 5 years to go after what I really want to do with my life. I can always come back to this. And so that short period of time working as an athletic trainer for a Major League Soccer team brought me to fighting. And I told myself 5 years, and that was almost 10 years ago. I told myself I'd reevaluate in 5 years. And that's another whole story of that journey. But, yes, I used to fix people, and then I break people, and I use my knowledge from fixing people to break them even better and easier.
I was thinking that's exactly how it happened right there. Like, if I twist this way, it's safe. So all I got to do, twist that the opposite direction.
Exactly.
Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom.
Terrible catchphrase.
I love this.
Terrible catchphrase.
Listen, I'm not catchy like him.
Fit on his shirt.
Joe, you know this. I have to bring myself down to a much more not offensive level on this podcast. Otherwise, I'm going to say some weird shit that's going to just make everybody in the room uncomfortable. Not in a way where you're like, wow, Kyle's ignorant, but like, man, Kyle's dark and twisted. Bulletproof Troop, I'm so happy that you're on here, and I'm also happy that everybody's gotten a taste of the human being that is also capable of breaking almost anybody he comes in contact with.
Well, speaking of, let's before we let Troop go, because I feel like this is the most valuable we've been in a little while. We got education from Troop. We got all kinds of interesting stories. This has been fun. And tomorrow night, if you want to see what Troop's all about in the ring, you can do it on the CW. It is actually, it drops at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So you can see Bulletproof Blake Troop with Chris Silvio take on Brian Idol with Natalia Markova. And tell us a little bit about this match. What do you think about Brian Idol? How you feeling about it going in?
Brian Idol is an extremely experienced competitor who has been doing this for much, much, much longer than me against a lot of very top-tier competition. So don't do that, Tiger Dog. So I have a very tough matchup. I got to yell at the kids sometimes. So I have a very tough matchup, but like Joe Galli said early on, looks that kill against the man that kills looks. If Mr. Corgan wants to keep putting me in there with these pretty boys, I'm going to start rearranging the way that they look. You saw what I did to Joe Alonzo a couple weeks back, and now you're going to see me do something very similar to Brian Idol coming up tomorrow evening because I'm ready for battle, baby. Bang, bang, wow, lights out.
Much better catchphrase. That was better. You got this. Yeah. Stop trying to be you.
You can't do any better than that, but Troop, thanks so much for being on here, man. This has been great. It's been a lot of fun talking to you.
It was great chatting with y'all. Appreciate it. For all the fans at home, you can find me at Bulletproof Troop on Instagram, or head on over to bulletprooftroop.com to grab some merch, or BlakeTroop.com, at Big Troop 22 on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, at Big Troop on Snapchat. Come lock in because we have some fun on my social media, baby. And don't forget to watch NWA POWERRR tomorrow. Only available on the CW app. No subscriptions, no memberships, no nothing. So no excuses not to be tuning in to watch me break somebody in half. Wow.
That is how you do that.
Damn, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, everybody.
Appreciate y'all for having me on. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, sir.
Right,
be safe.
Troop, appreciate you. All right, well, there goes.
That was fantastic.
No, he's great. That was awesome. That was a fun time.
This might be the best podcast we've done. This was great.
It's almost like we're professionals.
I know, right? Look at that.
This has been good. La Princesa, Blake, Bulletproof Troop, all coming up tomorrow night on NWA POWERRR. You see there, Blake Troop taking on Brian Idol. Tiffany Nieves taking on Ruthie J. Also, if that's not enough for you, we're going to hear from the Thrillbilly, Silas Mason.
There's been a lot of rumors online, in the locker room, everywhere else. Thrillbilly recently, his home burned down, and I've been told he's reevaluated what he really wants in life. I have a feeling that's going to be one of the things he addresses. I don't know what he's going to say, but I'm hearing rumors. I hear some big challenges might be thrown down by Thrillbilly Silas Mason.
Well, he's never for a loss for words, that's for sure.
No. And he's good for some action in there too. So this is exciting. I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. If that's too big of an announcement for you, or if we went a little bit smaller.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, you hear from Eric Smalls.
Buzzing.
Yeah, Eric Smalls. Now, Eric Smalls, maybe Eric Smalls, but he also is going to deliver big, I feel like, tomorrow night on NWA POWERRR, or tomorrow on NWA POWERRR. I'm so used to saying tomorrow night. But anyway, whatever. This guy, Eric Smalls, is great, by the way. I got stuck in an airport in Dothan with him. It was just like literally like just us in this airport. Like,
I forgot
not
about
even
this.
people. Not even people like working there. Like, it was like there was nobody else. It was the weirdest thing. It felt like a zombie apocalypse had happened, and we were like the last two people, and it was weird. It was kind of creepy.
I remember we were talking about, is he going to have to fly the plane and all this other stuff? And then I made a joke about maybe something that was a little mean. And this is the photo I got back.
A little mean? Was it a little mean, Kyle?
Got back. And it was something along the lines of, I could fucking fly a plane if I had to.
Here's Jake singing in the chat again. That is Country Roads.
Got the Country Roads.
Well, we were in West Virginia this last weekend, and there was a spirited discussion, argument, Plunkett, me, him, Kevin Martin, over that damn song, and they just kept arguing. The brother is in Virginia. He's going to West Virginia. Yeah, it's not. He doesn't say Western Virginia. He says West Virginia. He's in Virginia, and he's going to West Virginia. The song is. It doesn't matter. Brother's in Virginia. Right. He's going to West Virginia. That's what he's talking about. It was a spirited argument.
You know who
I just
else
had a
spirited?
run-in that had NWA merchandise on here, and let me tell you, you keep on killing it. This young lady here, look at that. Promotion-wise, she falls on the ground and dies.
No, she was showing us the joggers.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have the joggers on, does she?
Be quiet,
no.
Kyle. Nobody can tell.
She's doing the proper thing. My wife's probably doing it. It's like, hey, you said 8 o'clock. What are you doing? Get done. But anyway, speaking of spirited, somebody else who's always spirited. How about a moment of Sal, everybody?
Wow.
There is. Sal's everywhere.
That was perfect. That was so. I was like, wait, what? Oh. Amazing.
Just hanging out during a big brawl in the back. So, yeah, that was interesting too. The Immortals and BFT. That's it's interesting to see where that's going to head.
He started to get a little bit more sane, and then his Raiders signed Gardner Minshew, so he went back insane.
Medication sometimes has its up and downs. That's all I'm going to say.
It does. Yeah. So does drinking blood from a chalice from Cinny Minnie.
That was the catalyst for him needing the medication. He had to fight whatever was in there. Total voyeur. That's right. Sal Renard, you never know where he's going to be. Remember to lock your windows, lock your doors. You don't know if he's just going to pop up and start giggling in there.
Yeah, he might be up in the ceiling. You know.
That's true. I always worry about that. I'm going to look behind me in the camera and see him peeking in the window over here or something. Creepier, this is the second floor, so that's even weirder. But
thanks for letting me know, Gary. Now I know I have to climb.
And now you know.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for being here. This has been great. Especially you people on X too. I see that for some reason this thing has really blown up on X here recently, and I don't know what we did different.
I hope they're having a good time. You can tweet us. You can find out what's going on. My social media is down there at Kyle Davis ATL at This Is Gary Horne. Joe Galli, what's your social media?
You'll find me, baby. I'm
fantastic. Deals. You got social media. You also got hell of a deals for people. Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop there. You can find all the merchandise, all the things going on. If you need tickets, NWALiveEvents.com. That's where you're going to find out everything. And this week, we will have a big announcement. If you've been paying attention to what's in the background, I guess it's safe to say, guys, every year we have a tag team tournament, and that's going to be happening. More information to drop later on this week. What was that? It's been there the whole time. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Anybody else got anything? I didn't want to close it if you had something else to say.
Kyle's always got the subliminal going on. You catch it or you don't. If you know, you know.
Good to see you, Fee, in the chat. Patrick Moore, Axel. God loves you. Cosmic Joe, ABC Stardust. Everybody. Noni McPony in there. Rissa. I just love having you guys here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being a part of this and always being faithful and hanging out. Magic Jake, too, I should say. It's also good
Jake's
to have
been screaming in the chat.
Jake's fantastic. I'm happy with all the people that leave comments in the chat. Trust me, it helps us get through this. Again, we're trying to grow this. If you got feedback, let us know. If you got ideas, let us know. It's an evolving creature. Again, Kyle Davis, Joe Galli, Danny Dealz, and Gary Horne, the man that makes all of this happen. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Follow Cinema Shock if you like movies. That guy's got a hell of a podcast there. Otherwise, Gary and I are doing wrestling stuff, and Dealz is getting you all the deals that you need. And it's on cruise ship coming to you at some point this year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the NWA Monday Nights. I thank you so much. On behalf of all of us, keep coming back. Tell your friends, like, follow, do all that happy stuff. Gary, you have a tagline.
And most importantly, please enjoy your gravy cakes.